Hello, I'm Robert Lane, Backflow tester extraordinaire, Backflow famous in Carmel Valley. Today I'm going to replace this vessel. I did a video about what happens to these Wilkins 375s and how they go bad. Today I'm going to replace the vessel. I'm going to show you how that goes. Just for general knowledge, and maybe someday you'd want to do your own. I don't know. It's up to you. Might save a couple bucks or save me some time. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it takes. I've already told the customer that I'm here and I'm going to shut off the water. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the water. Shut off. What is this? Shut off valve 2, shut off valve 1, both closed. And I'm going to go ahead and allow this thing to dump. I'm just going to relieve the pressure on both sides of the number 1 check, the atmosphere. It'll dump. Now there's very little pressure. There's no pressure left inside the vessel. Go ahead and open up the second check. All right. And from here, I'm going to remove these 2 screws. There's a locking wedge that locks this whole thing in place. It's like just a wedge shape. So first I'm going to remove both of these Phillips screws. Then this center hole here, if you put one of the screws back in here, when I screw it in, it's going to jack this wedge out and it will release. So I can pull it out by hand. Sorry, it's a lot of turns. There we go. So there, now it's loose. I can just pull this wedge right out. From here, you can take this device and push it straight back. And it lifts right out, spider goo and all. Look at that. I don't know if I've already done a video like this, but there's a gasket here, but there's a gasket here, and look, it's stuck. It's stuck to the thing. You want to make sure that comes out when you do this, because you don't want it to be there to mess up the seal when you put in the new one. Okay, I'm going to put that aside with its flat O-ring. Now I'm going to push this straight forward. And that's all getting replaced with the new vessel. And what I have left is just the some spider goo, and I'm going to clean up with this. And I'm going to remove the O-ring. I'm going to clean it up a little bit, and then pinch the sides. I don't know if you can see this. Probably can't see this. But I don't want to use anything sharp to remove this O-ring, because if I do, it will, it could cause a problem. It could cause it, if I scrape the surface, it won't be able to reseal. So the technique is to kind of pinch and squeeze, and it pooches out like that, and then you can pull it off. All right. So now I have a box with a replacement. It comes with this thing that we've already seen, and the wedge and brand new screws. Can you see this? So I'm going to remove the wedge and the new screws. Alright, I'm just left with this piece, but the O-ring is not in place. The new device, the new vessel comes with a packet of food grade grease. I will use said food grade grease to grease up the new O-ring. And I've cleaned that slot out a little bit. This one isn't that dirty, but I'm going to go ahead and apply the new ring, roll it around, make sure it's all slickered up. And then this new piece, which is just like the one I just pulled out, I'm gonna slicker that up a little bit too. Put it down here, push it straight on in place. And I'm not touching the surface if I can help it, because that's not a place where we have grease. When we install the new vessel, this is the new vessel. The new vessel we don't put grease on this O-ring, and we don't put grease on that O-ring. So this is going to be dry. I've already wiped this with the towel. I'm going to wipe it again. So that's dry, this is dry, no grease. You just plop this right in place. Boom. And now I slide this ring straight forward. Make sure it's oriented, vertically, up and down. I take my new wedge right here and I place it so it wedges this thing forward, squishes those O-rings, makes it nice and tight. Dropped the screws somewhere, so now I look for those. Here they are, brand new screws. This is kind of critical. It says right on here, do not over tighten. So I don't over tighten. Remember not to over tighten. Remember the tightens. Do not over tighten. All right. Once you get them, up to the surface, you just turn them like a quarter turn at a time, alternating so that they're even. And you don't want to make them gorilla tight. You just go back and forth, and when they're done, they're going to stop. It hits a positive stop, and you'll know it. You'll get the feel for it. Once it's stopped, it's stopped. Here we go, quarter turn. Oh, that one felt it. That one felt it. All right, so you don't go crazy. Just make it tight. So whenever I fill up a backflow after I've worked on it, the best way to do it is to run a hose from the #1 test cock to the #2 test cock. Instead of just opening up the #1 shutoff valve, the best way to fill up any backflow once you've had it totally shut off is to connect a jumper hose from 1 to 2 and slowly pressurize the device before you open this. That way, there's pressure in there. When you open this, there'll be no flow and a rush of debris or anything that might have broken off and that would contaminate the #1 check valve, like inside here there might be some crust or something. So you don't want to just open this directly and blast the thing. So I've opened all of these downstream test cocks. Now I'm going to connect a hose from here to here and slowly open this and let it fill up with water, pressurize, and then I'll shut them off in order. 1, 2, 3. Here's a suitable jumper hose off of my test kit. Attaching it to #1 test cock.
Oh yeah.
And now to #2 test cock.
Oh, I see.
Now I'm going to slowly open the water right here. This could be in a more convenient position, but I'm just going to slowly open it. Whoop! Maybe I could open slower, but as it fills up, I'm going to close these. It goes to the #4, closing them off in order. And then before I take the pressure off of this line, I'm going to go ahead and open the number 1 shutoff valve, and that will keep the release valve closed. And to do that slowly, I should have my wrench. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that way there's no rush of water going in. I can go ahead and close the number 1 shutoff valve with the inconveniently placed screw. Go ahead and shut the number 2. There we go. And that's pretty much it. I haven't opened this up yet. I'm going to do the normal test and then return water to the customer. But now I'm going to do the normal test, make sure everything's working properly, bless it, and be on my way. Thanks. If you need some backflow testing or some repairs, give me a shout. Send me a text. I am Robert Lane of Clairemont, Kearny Backflow. Thank you.